the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Taken at the 15, a short kick, and able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They go play action with Lawrence. Dancing to his left. And his first pass is incomplete. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Play action. It's Lawrence. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory, because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Open man right side is Sharp. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen. It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal. Lawrence on the sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Lawrence on the sneak. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. Trevor Lawrence keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Jaguars are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Here's Jackson. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Deciding to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned, he's coming for you.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On the give is Nwangu. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll try the left side with ETN. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A quick throw complete to Chark. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A give, running right, ETN. And a short gain down to about the 33. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. On play action, Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Justin Matabike. And there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now a 3-point swing right there.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Here's Lawrence. Going right side here, and that's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Jackson. Rolling to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. This time, Jackson will throw it. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. A handoff for Etienne. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's pulled in at the 32. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 51 yards on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these two teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. On second down, Mostert. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On third down, Jackson. Flush to his right. And Ingram hauls it in. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. They go play action with Jackson. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Second and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 41-yard line.
They hand it off to Mostert. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Give left side here for Nwangu. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Another run now for Nwangu. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Throw caught by Raymond. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Evan Ingram there to make the grab. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Tucker with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now Etienne to start the drive. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they'll go again with Etienne. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. No gain on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's J.K. Scott now. as he'll punt it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this is a unit that needs to get in gear if they want to play for a conference championship next weekend. Down 7 here in the 4th, and a very critical drive upcoming. 7 yards the pick up there. Now a give to Mostert running right. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. That's swung out to Mostert. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Play action. Now Jackson. Over the middle, it's complete.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Raheem Mostert, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, 4th quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On On second down, a run with Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
On third down, Lawrence. Open receiver, that's Caden Smith, the tight end. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Dafe Owe in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They go play action now. Lawrence. Complete to Chenault. And he's going to get some of that yardage back. Still doesn't have a first down, but he does get out of bounds to stop the clock. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Lawrence, now this is Etienne on the draw. And he'll be stopped after a very short gain, and now you're looking at 4th down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Play action. It's Jackson. He targets Ingram for another grab.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 83 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Mostert. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
A quick throw here out to Brown. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
Here's Mostert. Muscles him off. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Fourth down, here's Jackson. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And the Jags are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Backed up deep in their own territory. They were in search of a cushion, and the cushion was found.
And you have to think total game, even in overtime. As a head coach, field position still counts in this spot. So they had to get out from the shadow of their own goal line, get themselves some breathing room. Obviously, that helps them on offense, but it may help their defense, too. Might be necessary here in OT.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
Yeah, starting to put together a nice drive. 7 yards, the pickup there. Play action. It's Lawrence. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35. A give to Etienne running right. And that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On play action, Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run with Etienne. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
So on now is the kicker, Josh Lambo. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Mostert. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll run right side with Mostert. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And the kick is good. He puts it through, and they are moving on to the AFC Championship game. And, Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game. and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship